Today I stand here humbled, privileged to lead the best thing that ever happened to Sierra Leone, the Sierra Leone people. This is a very noble institution, and I see myself as here as a privilege for making me the lead this party today. And I want to say thank you to all of you. This is the first time I lead this party. For the second time, when I don't get the confidence in me for saying make I lead this party to the next election, because when I lead, I bring victory. This now the first national conference as leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party, and I want to say to everybody, say this kind meeting, this family meeting, is very important for we all, because now we can't gather here for go face the 2023 election when we're just a month away from now. For us to do that, we need to close the ranks. We need to come together. We need to settle the differences among we normally can dey because of the elections that we don't go on. So when we don't gather, so I want to make come on at this meeting as a united Sierra Leone People's Party. Forgive one another. All the mistakes there, all the blabber, everything we don't say, we hurt the other. Now we come on here after this meeting as a united people. Too many things have been done and said. We can stay with some people that eat. But we have a moral obligation as a party, the Sierra Leone People's Party. When we fail not only ourselves, but also this country. So for me, the Sierra Leone People's Party, that the best thing will happen to this country, because when we do good things, then this country will go before. If we internal ramblings, we small blabber come inside, it will deprive this country of growth and development. And we don't forever allow that to happen. Why we did now for make sure say, not to just the scorecard and the read about the many things that we don't do, but also, for make we gather, put we step together, tie we Oja, the collective Oja, so that when we face the APC, when at the main opposition, we not forget any runoff. On that note, I want to say thank you to the women then for the convention we are attending, which was well organized, and I could see everybody was happy, and that was the first time we really attend just a meeting, a convention dedicated to women. And we don't give them the opportunity for making them choose your leadership on a special occasion, we man the day. I also want to say thank you to the youth then, because I attended the youth convention too, which was quite interesting. Beside the young people, they tell me what they want to do. Of course, they don't today lay before this conference, waiting at the resolutions there. I want for make we get annual conferences. We not for just call it convention. Who will they elect? Before they get annual conferences, so they come for talk about things then. This particular conference, now for make una know say, now una be elect me. And therefore I owe it to this body, delegate conference, for tell una exactly waiting I don't do so far, and waiting I want for do, what una get for. Again, make sure say, I get elected as the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So conference, we not for just get who one elect, because that will not happen now. But for the discuss big thing then, I don't tell when I say, now this party, now ain't for make this country go before. So once in a while, we now all get ideas as to how we want to move this nation. When we call una for sit down and talk and show una the things that we don't do, we now go understand. And we get for seek una young ideas as to how we want make the next government waiting and waiting for do. So we not just come, drink and dance. Of course, we know the fact, not to bloody fact with the campaign there, like how other parties they do. This is the Sierra Leone people's family, the biggest family in Sierra Leone. Now for keep yourself together, happily, now that means we mix up with things that we will make. We bind as a people, one people. One people. So all of this what they do, plenty of people they not support one another, but inside this meeting, they will meet and maybe even want, if not time in them, for me we'll do one big dance, because some others will be dance. Like they watch me no more with the I want people that they will come for the always be dance. Both they say there's a bit dance personal. Okay, so for this time round, we face this election and we get what we call proportional with self-election also. Now this time a proportional representation. What do we mean and what do we need for do? Because plenty misrepresentation there about that. This time around, the district block system means every district, based on your population, not to by constituency per se, we the vote, or you vote for Joe, Tommy, or Mary. You vote for the party in that district. And the number, the percentage they get, now that percentage then they add, then they use for pick the number of people they want to pick for me to be members of parliament. Of course, this time round, we don't say every two people that we pick, the third one for the woman. All the arrangement then we for make sure say this particular proportional representation take place. We don't do all. Of course, just like at independence, APCD say they don't mix, they don't want to get independent. If you will bring this one card, they say they can't go to court. But the court don't cut the matter. So we free for go ahead because they will challenge the authority. Say, me not get that power then. But of course, the Supreme Court will tell you I get that power. And me not use power where I don't get. At this point, I also want to say thank you to the members of parliament. They have been very great. Members of parliament today.
Yes, sir, we did that.
The one that we agree with and say nay or ye. Ye also. Yes. They have been great because we get the kind of parliament who they call home parliament. That means not only the majority. And therefore, it's very difficult for me to pass. But because of the dexterity and the hard work of the leadership and the membership, virtually everything we want pass into law. We don't even do it as a government. Government the work without anything. So I want to use this opportunity for also add that thank you, although they don't tell me thank you already. People that get for they don't begin talk say we not get for vote for people they know. We know how we arrange them. We not get forget people that right from constituency levels. But what we una dey vote for people then whether they go parliament na for go talk. Parliament na for go talk. And na parliament until we change the constitution na English no more dey talk there. So una get for because for make like how we say so. For make you able to pass that law, anything we want to anything as a government, we get for make sure in our law where nobody no go flout am. Then get for go, then win the debate first. Then I talk. This they talk, the other one talk, the other one talk, the other one talk. You get for win that debate first before you come to the vote. So for win that debate day, you get for get people there. We're smart, we're the most sharp, we know how to organize facts and convince. So we will want to go, we will want somebody. If not here, you also have to go to the map, put the killer in the land. Honorable killer, Mr. Speaker, they practice how to convince them. Because now some of them for them on the interview. Because we want to get effective members of parliament where they win the debate and we win the vote. I think the advantages of the proportional representation we will talk about is clear to them. But I will just cite two of the things there. After general elections, well after, we can effect by-elections. With this one now, we put a long list of people there. We double that list there. If not 12 for the Kenima, we give 24. If by mistake or anything, somebody resign, it is going to the 11th, it ended by the first 12, the next one will be the 13th person, now maybe the MP. When I understand what they say, no, so we don't do my election again. That waste of money, that acrimony. If by whatever misfortune, person die, we know they do elect past 2028. So that will save we a lot of money, a lot of faith. That are one of the advantages then when this way again. Then also they allow representation of smaller parties. If you get 15%, 20% inside a district, you forget representation there. With the winner take all, even if you get 20%, you know they get representation. So I want to make we know that one day, and I want to make we really take them very seriously. This is the leadership of the Sierra Leone People's Party. The millions of supporters who get, people that will get for vote for SLPP. Now, they don't elect or represent them. So, where that person be there, where Honorable Julius Maada say Parliament, now we own Parliament this. Now, they represent everybody, all the SLPP. When I see some other kind of way, and also, but we're not inside. So, not to forgo votes from all delegates them. Now, for come decide what to get for happen. After where the next phase where they go, now for sure, most of the things that we are going to do, and tomorrow, we actually they make an input. This is the beauty of Sierra Leone People's Party. We know the champions, we know the beat, we know the bomb of the car. Peacefully, we they make una get involved. Waiting, we gonna want them Maada Bio do next time. We will start with education also. Down the don't go find also. Me don't say now that bomber will una leg. Rest. We need to make sure say we plan to your rest or for police your rest. That I propose that I will show you to una. I mean your idea as an individual. We not serve for tell me. No, I mean the rest not to one money go. Other things that you make day for make you eat the rest also. We not serve for tell me. Besides agriculture and food security, which other thing they will for do? I'm not for just sit down and say I don't know or gather them, command them, who go right. No. You are the people. You are the representatives of the people. That is why we are here. So I want to make one know that. Normally, on this kind of election, we need to make sure say we go out. And you are the right people. We therefore go out and go to every house in this country and get them vote. So they don't know how to get for vote. You need to convince them. So I want to make them arrangement at the regional level, district level, constituency level, even at ward level or chiefdom levels. You know me, that not to be one way we can reach every outside. As we know, one person not able to traverse this whole country. The regional chair not able to traverse all the whole region. But we want to make sure the regional campaign team then go to every constituency at the respective region. Every constituency. We want to make sure the district campaign team go to every the regional team for going to every constituency also, as I say. Then the district now for every constituency. That constituency correct. What thing we do is me don't try for going to every chiefdom, which was quite ambitious. I still dey for that track day. As when they see me, I can go another sleep. At the common, I go on the side there. Beside them, meet me and they sleep. Now for make we all work easy. When you put the face on the ballot, you find many persons for don't see me face physically. But we now need to convince the one that we not come yet. So we not for left any town, no village, not for left in this country. Oh, no, and at the sectional level, at the zonal level, every house in that zone, every house in that section, you for enter there and convince the people for many vote for Sierra Leone People's Party. So that big work we get, we gather now for me to get that zeal. That this is a rallying call for me to go back and face the electorate there. Not to be one the campaign, not to the MP the normal campaign, not to the district council candidate the normal campaign, not to the councillor the normal get for campaign. Now we all the campaign for party. Now that make us say all grudges for stop there. Not say that person can not go campaign for them. No. We don't come together to move set to all grudges so that we will go and win this election. We say with the winners smoothly, not so. No runoff, no toll gate, no gallop, no speed bump. Now Tolombo straight down so back to state house. Okay. Support groups then. We get different groups then. Now any political party, there are people who are not inside this official structure. Then they put themselves together because they get the young way for do things then, either raise funds and they can able go out. We they make sure say that support groups that they will say you work with the structure. Work with the structures so that your activities are known to the structures. The district will know who side they, the constituency will know who side they, and what they do. If they do anything for make sure say then complement the effort. We therefore make sure say we register them groups then so that you will know who side they at any one point in time. One thing, big thing that we don't have now when telephone. So communication very, very important. We get to communicate very well if we want to succeed as a party at all levels. Everything where they happen, we get to make sure say certain people they know or everybody know. We are the best party, but we get to make sure say everybody knows that we are the best party by putting out the necessary information. Now that make we also don't forget the elections management team. when a group of people, hard-working, will understand the dynamics of election, we will get them before and we will get them again, then you have to make sure all the arrangement there. Because all this talk over the talk, the elections in a few hours, you don't know. So if you don't make your arrangement properly, you're not able to do anything. Of course, I will not talk about the manifesto. The manifesto, Nada Buku, Kuraiko, everything with programs, projects, and everything we want to do as a party for this time. Other big color also the social contract. Now, contract will decide with everybody out there, say this book, everything we desire, so now they can do. We will do this, we will make sure that this happen, we will make sure that that happen. And all of that, which will they say, it will fall under ministries, departments, and government agencies there. Now then therefore make sure that they happen. Waiting have been we manifested the last time. Now it's still for people manifesto, but we they improve on and now. Because we don't virtually everything, and we don't go beyond that manifesto, the commitments they will make. But we still say that good things there, like education, we therefore continue for consolidating our gains in education also. Women's empowerment, we therefore make sure that we continue. So all the other areas there. So, the reason why it's necessary for me to get this kind of meeting, again, another reason, now for make sure say, when you approach election, we can with Mango with one accord. All jealousies, all blabber, or anything where anybody don't do you don't forget about today. Not so. We don't forget about all the challenges not so. Would I not be vote for you, they forgive and also? Okay. That means they go to the go. Now we get flag bearer, we get everything. Officially campaign not begin yet, but it is sensitized. Now so we still they go around and check on development and sensitize. So nothing not stop at the constituency level. If we do grassroots, granular, go down, not left any village, not left any house, not any village, we not enter. Go there and say, no. But put them down. I tell you, I see what's happening now. We've been going for 11 councillors that we declare for SLPP. The APC that separate the councillors that now we come out, the APC that we come for declare, they pass, what you go for? I said, why? Are you genuine? They say, we were genuine. In fact, what they make we don't know say we genuine. Now, who want for the going on the radio station? Mom, now listen to what we tell with brother. They say, we not be see the light, but we don't see the light now. So sometimes some man get that track and say, we said they're bombing and they're like, no. Others than they. This one, like the leader, he said, no, we're not for the talk again on radio. May we go and we're not for hearing what we say. We get a more authentic message for telling people and they will believe we. They said, me, now a graduate, I don't be teacher for 15 years. He said, now only when I can, I get paid good. And not because I did SPPO. He said, now the guy is SPP. Because no say, we don't have better people there. This guy, he said, but you get for pay for me free. I said, what's happening? He said, because like no, they go off again. You don't cake, you don't do it again. Now, Manso, you will say that you know the only Bama already now, you're gentle. With Tawa. I will carry a book on. Let us see Papa Limbade. Papa Limbade. What do you mean now? Thank you. say, where I go, they say, no, not to, you, we not for guys, we not the do inside house. We want to make you see with numbers. He said, me get picking them 4. I be don't tire to pay for them. You don't come. You dey pay for them. And they see, then they go to school, then they eat. He said, you need for come and pay me again. I'm not wait for you. He said, me not pure and apply Liba. But me, your vote, now for you to do. And I dey every Liba man for not this week for vote for you. Why are they saying this? Now for men we go out, not tired by anybody. The things that we can talk, some of the, because we're not going to talk about everything, but the things that some of the things that we can talk about, yes, we don't do many things the way they benefit people then. We don't make salon, don't change today. We make them look at we differently out of this country. So we need for talk about that. We need for communicate about that. We need for, we not for tire. Go to somebody, knocking the door and say, yes, sir. Yes, man, I will come for talk to you. I want for me good from a party. Put them down. You get picking way they go to school. You get picking way they eat in school. In picking get books there. That is what we do. We not come rap party. They make a one for me to be proud of ourselves. We are the best people in this country. If you are SRPP, you should be proud of yourself. You know, I can always joke and tell and say, maybe I can go even now the north where they say not to stronghold. Where I see SRPP, they are like, you know, where green like the Siam. And they know. They talk differently, they behave differently. They believe in ideas. We have a message, the most beautiful message. Our slogan alone is not anywhere in the world. One country, one people. No slogan go match with your slogan. Mr. Ohio. They don't want. No. One country, one beautiful. One country, one people. That is so beautiful that a rally call every day we shout that we are saying let's come together and go for national development. That is all we say. So the chairman they talk about then when they make you want to bring tribalism, this, that. Yes, me not to the man, not to talk to the name, and then talking about particularly the Delegates now, because now they are the first place where I go. And then the man they hold me fine. I make then she show themselves up and they talk and small, but they don't say we have come out today. So if they talk about tribalism, this way party will not forget one space for tribalism. It is the Sierra Leone People's Party. In Sierra Leone, you get so many ethnic groups. We get so many ethnic groups. So when you get inside this party, the one thing where you for do member always is me. Now I can call them, this is a family meeting. This is the extended political family. You know, one night at the travel, so many years ago in opposition, somebody play pranks with me. I be thankful of. I feel don't be very close to my 91. I must have been nobody in my 91. I'm a political ally that I call. 4, 5 at an man, they go inside your taxi to bring fear for me. I felt so good. Immediately I had a hope in my 91. Where I tell them, say, fear don't by me, and then they hire taxi, this they put now, you know, bata, everybody. That is the Sierra Leone People's Party. So, ladies and gentlemen, this meeting, now for make we tie with Oja, now for make we close with differences, put with differences aside, close the rank, the ranks them, and make sure say we face this year, as how they say, one tango, now one tango. We have the numbers everywhere. Even in Abombali, I get for candy for 3 days. I'll get for come. But if you say I don't avoid you and also. Okay, so this is the family meeting. I'm not going to go any further than this. For Comonaya, united in our thoughts and believe that we are going to win this election. You know, election is a very tough fight. I just want to know. But when I lead, victory is always assured. Because first, my battle is the Lord's. Second, I plan very clinically to the last detail. If it were not so, I would not have vowed to lead you people. This time, I don't repose that confidence in me. I want to assure and say, victory is ours. Now the percentage that we get, how much will they beat them when they drag them? This particular about the neighbor. I'm a young boy in the future, before I took the trouble. And now one for telling about some of the things that were.
Sam, ada kos-kos sudah.
Kalau belum blok.
Thank you very much. This aspect now for Seven are saying, I am a servant leader. This position we are in, now Wuna appoints me, and therefore I'm accountable to Wuna. We not be able to show Wuna all of them, many things they already do for many countries go before. But now that we're there as a family, it's a family meeting, and we don't go through everything, but we get for sure some of the things they all don't do. When they make, we know the saloon don't begin go before. So that will they come now. Then they can account for my stewardship. We start with free quality education, the flag program. We've been talking saying things that are so difficult in this country. And education is so important and vital. The benefits that nobody knows going to measure them. That we need to make them free for every child born in this country. But of course, as we all know, not to everybody can pay for it. Now that makes we say we make the access. That means say for people go to school any side of this country without pay. If you not pay, in fact, some people that they will not pay, they don't really go. Then I'm on a radical inclusion. The one that always they go on the department, the way they go take exam, and I will pay for them. The big people that all are on a radical inclusion. When they pay for them, when the doctor they say, I am not going to be able to pay the one fee. All the radical inclusion. So what we don't do, we set aside a huge sum of the national budget and everybody put for school business. And we don't begin on them. We don't buy books, we don't buy books them, we don't buy books them for teachers, we don't buy books them for the children. We pay for them for all the exams them. MPSC, BECPE, and WAS. That's a big load. And guess what? The minister said, the beginning of what he pay with the one get the result. That one day, you know, we didn't have a manifesto. In fact, the one thing more we didn't have a manifesto, free access. Free access. We say, nobody will pay for go school. But if you make, say, medical school, so man don't get books, hey, they go buy it. Now, one question. The teacher, they don't get the right material, the quality they can know. Some man, it is map rotate late. We buy bus, not also we buy bus because we don't get that money, but buy bus plenty side. So, we don't say we don't provide a lot of things there for them picking there. We will realize say, here picking there, we can get better. We put them at school also. And that's what they do, including business already now. But the minister and other group of people, they obviously say, we've done a secondary victimization. What is that in English mean? That means the pikin, you don't already not a victim. Because most times when that happen, now somebody there where they will go there, they will work and then I'm never kill for them, and then kill them. Most of them, not true, no so, true of course. The woman they and then formative years, these are very young kids, 12, 13, 14, 15. Even one full number don't do for better giving. But if we follow that one day and we put them in school, they are a liability to themselves and their family and society. So we don't take that off. We say, we make sure say, the campaign when the first thing they do is stop make nobody not get better, make no people not get better. But just in case you get better, you don't use that as an excuse to come to school. Now then they call for business cow. How by the land? You go school there, you never make you never go school again. Then as you go on, they make you go back to school. Where I go Kamakwe, the chief, Nankan Service said, 5 of the people that will get better, who will make them go to school. Say they're all clear than what? Clearly. They pass. So, by education, I think we know the many things about we don't know. Not to just the things about we don't want to say, but we don't do reforms, curricula, plenty things there. Plenty suddenly you get school. We don't allow so many people to come that today with the felt for being school classroom they don't know. That's what I know. Today. But we will take time before they catch up. In some countries they usually go now some schools that they snap that and send them. We know we're able to change things overnight. We are talking about thousands of schools. But gradually we go do that one day and we go make sure they But before I go, on education, we're on flagship. I think I need to dwell a little on that. One thing we don't do in this country, it has been acknowledged around the world for say, this little country, from obscurity, they don't show say, they don't try them or they want to change the education system in the country. The United Nations don't recognize that. UNICEF don't recognize that. UNESCO don't recognize that. The United Nations Secretary General don't appoint me as the only champion for education in Africa. I mean, I'm only head state with a champion for education appointed by, nominated by the Secretary General. And that make, whether you say with the travel, I need for travel. anytime I travel, and they bring camera. Then, you know, I'm talking about the truth. Where see some daddy, if you see some serious daddy, they go no more in the camera, and for those who are dread, go dread, yeah? I need for good dread. And I need for also keep the repetition. I be not telling her, some side I tell her, say, we go to Japan. Japan, we travel go in the mix up because the time difference is so great. Go rich. They will tell what they say, they don't allow for it. They say, the facility happen. They say ABC, one go pay in the ABC, Canada, they don't pay. And when I go for pay for the whole phone, they don't pay. Let us really tell now. I see what you mean. We sit down and say, don't say. If I take my hand, the general tell me, say, no, now one day you go for. So why they pay? But I get for pay for ABC. And you know the answer. But I got to pay for them before me they get me on. So I got to pay for myself, I pay for them first. These are the things we will go through, but not the whole thing. So if the technical risk, the job cycling, now because I want to put Salon back on the map, world map. But the plenty that we don't do, besides the recognition internationally, even when they talk about education today, anywhere in the world, Sierra Leone comes first. Oh yeah. Not because we don't change the quality and everything immediately, now the raw energy, the zeal, we don't put into it. But just remember saying, from the last time when we came passed, it was about 37,000. This year, we don't go to over 113,000, 5 clear passes, where they get all credit them. At one go. That's now one big difference in our community. And guess what? They're the gap in the league now. For going to university, 2 on the one level get the best result, now from Kelima, help in there. And guess what? For the first time, engineering, the FBC get the highest number of girls we apply. Why? Because of real policy. We say any gap the way they do sciences from preschool, they don't, for pay any school fees. That's the way they pay them. So we don't get over a million new planners that we don't get to school. The one that will not be get the means to go to school. When the parents they don't even afford, we don't get that huge number of people there. We're about 37%, from between 2018 and 2022. The gender gap, that means in primary school now, in secondary school, we don't reach that side, they will say, man, boy picking there, girl picking there. That difference will be the way they get 90 boys and so they take care that they know they again. It's almost equal. We don't close the gender gap at that primary level, which is very, very important for me. Because we did talk say we make sure the woman in the Bible side, we also make sure we get to do the necessary investment. Pregnancy don't drop by 33% because of all what we do, from the Ministry of Health to the campaign, hands off our girls, they don't begin the system don't begin realizing itself. So that drop by 33% is significant. And that also means you could reduce the maternal mortality rate. Because now the more, about 40% of the women, the way they die, when they born, now begin the way they body not radiate for born, then they won't take better. Just now I talk say agriculture, and the next thing we'll get to jump to. Because I'm not speaking on any joke to Naboma. Saloma, you feel that if you're not interested. Okay? What do they do? With agriculture, just want to make sure we don't get enough food now. Because we get all the conditions there. The land day, the rain day, for the most part, We only need to bring other things there. Government for coordinate certain policies and make sure it help with something, input there. If we do that one, then we'll be able to feed yourself. So we'll get what we call policy shift. Then we will now bring in the private sector to meddle separate interest in this. Which they can make money, where they plan the euros and sell them. Then that thing will take a life of itself and will continue. Of course, when private sector comes, anything that they bring efficiency and then they make sure say it work. And we know say with the involvement, it gets quite a lot. And as a result of the involvement, we get a 35%. We don't reduce waste. Input, we don't reduce waste by 35%. As soon as they see waiting on the board. Now, plenty today is not the result of what we don't do. But this are just the little work for agriculture. Which we don't say now, next step, where will they come? Since we don't need education off the ground, the next thing will go now to food production. For agriculture in general. And that agriculture, not to that one way they bring it back. We want for people to make money inside bush. Money in a bush. So this time around, with the make sure things salon produce we know for import rice now. Because this one, my call within this country, that's rice business. What's the rice business for? All my government, the blame government. How produce your rice now? So food, cash crops, animal husbandry, anything will involve food. We get for make sure say we declare bigly by the time we will win the election. Next. Healthcare system. Of course, we don't increase the budget from 6 to 11.6%. That means that our commitment we take it serious because nobody not going to do anything. I like it say if you help not proper, you're not going to do anything. So now healthcare centers all over the country, I think within the radius of 10 miles or less in this country, you're going to meet the healthcare facility. We don't train over 5,000, we don't pin code them, although the pin code not do, but we meet a huge number. We make, if you want to provide that, we still get a lot of people there when they volunteer and when not pin coded. We don't support the training of medical doctors, for further courses, dialysis not been denied, cervical cancer screening, operational in 8 facilities, as you know. Of course, the other one day where they more HPV vaccine, where I don't say another huge thing that one the way they come. But they only useful for the people where not done the human business, so that when they take them, they protect them against cervical cancer. So now they get to go out another area about a big way can when I'm not saying government not bring something back to give the people. Because I see some people in campaign. You don't work the other side, but it's only effective way we can give the people before they begin a business. You can protect them for life against cervical cancer. Next. Of course, when I know most people don't appreciate how well we handle the COVID situation now. But me happen for going to America, and one of the biggest universities in the world, beat him up the way one of the professors, unfortunately, he passed away not too long from now. The one that they with partners in health, we talk say if we want for now how to deal with COVID, it's in a salon and the best place for Golan. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, 73% vaccine intake. Now we are one of the highest on the continent. This time around, we know that this vaccine, COVID, is still against people there. Interestingly, it's still against people there. As we said that this December, we'll go we don't forget about COVID, then begin this way for COVID. Actually, every day, when you go for meeting, you be get for those tests. So, on this front, itself, it needs a lot of resources, healthcare. But it is something that nobody will talk about any other thing without healthcare. So, this one, we will continue to pay particular attention to them, and we will drive for support. The statistics that they are, taunting, and the other numbers that they next. Gender. The big item and the gender equality and women's empowerment law, that means everything they do now, 30% of the one that will take part in that will be women. And 30% is that's 30% in woman in it. See from that noise, you will not see the past 30%. Although woman is very noisy, but you also see. Woman in it. And yet it's 40%. Of course, we don't know about rape. The one-stop stations that we don't make, and the law that we don't speak about that, so that if anybody, and the data when they come on the show say yes, rape don't live on the downside, that they can do. Of course, I don't talk about women the way they do step discipline. Munafa, we don't talk about that earlier on, and of course, the First Lady in campaign, hands of our girls on the payoff, and he really did help to kill them. Even the self-esteem, it is saying I don't work. So this, I've been saying, this is the best time for being woman in this country. This is independent. So, the woman there, when I convince all women there, that 52% women get by the population will be reflected. How will we do it? Job for young men and young women, the youth. They do different programs there. Youth in fisheries, youth in agriculture, youth farm, and many other things there. Just to make sure, say, car washes, all of this they are doing because the young men now they get the energy. And we need to make sure, say, they are gainfully employed. That make we do the technical and professional institute there, so that they will acquire skills that they one day will not go to university, just so that they will take care of themselves. Sports, from where we left 1996, now the only time is we go back to African nations sport. And we don't take part of plenty of other things there now. That means sports don't matter under the leadership people. Thank you. Next. Well, the brings of Canada that we never forgot as Kuda, ECRM. Waiting good for talk about this. The fact that we try to make sure say we don't want to go big no more. When we start the free quality education, all the money we get inside our reason is that this country. We're not going to side. That means we wait to call revenue mobilization. So the one that we get for paying taxes, I think for the member that one because now from there we get the money there, and we support SME there, small industry there, and we also under the diversification, we make sure say we don't just depend on one side for local money. We approach different areas so that we will collect. So when I see the numbers, let's go. I'll tell you they not bring stimulus there. Okay, when the trouble begin come, if we say nothing not be happen bad there, now because we take action, we create a facility at the central bank, we bring plenty rest, we bring plenty yabba, we bring plenty oil and flour. So when other side of the suffer, we be getting up. So we think about that because as leaders, just like Lagos, when you see something that they happen, you sometimes now one bag you buy, you say, oh, me I buy two. We make out and I make a lot of things that people do not be recognize. The crisis today, but we make sure say we not suffer too much. Next. Of course, we will talk about infrastructure. When I see the bridges, the road be for connect we and the northwest and also south. These are huge bridges there. I left the other one for the one that we don't want to be bridge, so then nobody still use them. So maybe we left the other one, not so if you understand it. When I see them, once in a while they go put the grass in, better they see, so they're going to use that. We talk about light. Alhaji can just say the minister, there's still need for supply with new data. But what did not happen to light in this country, no one did happen in so short a time. If you go down now, most villages they get light. We can get more light. And more, once in a while we get challenges like last week when I see the carbon and all, because we still get different sources. And when the water canyon and Kumbuna, if we change whose side we will get energy from, it can cause some technical issues in there. But both don't get light now, no so. Of course, Makeni will get light. Kenny don't get light, no so. Kono don't get light. I want to assure you say we did on a very aggressive program where Moyamba for get light, Pujol get light, Kambia for get light, and Kabbalah for get light. I want to just say the only reason we don't delay not political and financial. But as you know, we will talk with the drum. Kambia will never forget to not lie. Kabbalah will never forget to not lie. Kayam will never get to not lie. Pujol will never get to not lie. Moyamba will never get to not lie. So when all that they get for happen, now a totally different country with the TV. So another one for Jumdawande, but tap the road there, beside the road there. Now, every weekend, people in the command agree, I can't fast because when I'm not deciding on the road back, but we see cross to the side. You have a clear road. If you even kind of free and go back. Now you go say you reach Thailand, and we don't get the money for you from Thailand to Koinu. The arrangement don't know, they don't start to young road from Machu to Bo. Although we will make the road, they reach the road, but we make all that. So that they tell us say a lot of things they go on. And this is against the backdrop of a lot of difficulties around the world. So I just want to make you know that. Next. Boreholes and all of that. Next. Well, they talk about buildings and other things there. I think when I see them, if you go Namayomes, you get the giant building there. But in terms of governance, and then you're getting the people's trust. When I know about the seditious life, that one will be used for suppress. The journalists there, we don't put that on there. We don't pass the land bill. We don't remove the death penalty. We never the hang over everybody. We never keep people that are in this country with. Me not say we don't use them, but then they use them. So I say nobody no need for that when somebody because somebody don't afraid political opponent. So we don't put that one there. Now big thing that one internationally. Because even America they don't play it. They still kill people there. Of course we don't talk about the courts. And of course accountability. Even the last result we don't come up. It shows this alone. Now one of the best countries that we come to anti-corruption. So these are just some of the many things that we don't do. If una be don send me for say make I lead una, today, let me summarize all of this. We are a totally different country when you go internationally. Yes, it is not tangible, but you see when you go on the other side. When you talk about salon, then you talk about education, then you talk about gender, then you talk about progressive, liberal moves the world don't make in so short a time. So I want to make people know say, we the SLPP, the leadership of Nagimi, I don't clean this country name. I don't begin certain things there, and that make for finish this work so that we all will live a better life. But that's not ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, or I don't know if you will get much today, but I see some man that don't make this sentence.